back with another one. Let's talk about the political 2024. Yeah. Uh I know everybody's probably is going to celebrate that Nuggets championship in this coming Thursday. I know it's Wednesday, and I know shouts out to the Denver Nuggets to winning their championship once again. I know people are upset that the Miami Heat, my team, lost, but it is what it is. But like I said, yeah, they beat. Like I said, can they beat them 4 times? And they did, and then some. They checked all the boxes. Now, can they continue this run? I believe they have something special. I've been predicting this team's been good since 2017. They built this team from the ground up. Watch them how they did in the draft. Each year, Denver always struggled to be that team, but they finally did something that is not seen in a long time. Reminds you of the Cleveland championship in 2016 and the Spurs. See, these teams like this has changed what the NBA is now. So, did they get rid of small ball? Absolutely, but that's a whole nother topic. Let's get into the 2024 election cycle. Let's get in here real quick. This is not going to be long. Um, this is just we're gonna put this right here on the notice. Okay, 2024 presidential election, important dates, race, and they said the ballot media. I told y'all who was running it. Everybody's running it, of course. It's just what it is. It's just what you see and what you get. But then again, Arkansas, Connecticut, okay, the ballotpedia and all that. These are important states. And then the ones that's in the dark, primaries and dynamics, New Hampshire, the candidacy, primary debates, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Simi Valley, California, of course, to be determined. It's a lot of things going on, but that's what you got. And then you got these states, an important 2020 race election. Here's the states that are key battlegrounds, of course: New York, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Alabama. There's Georgia. All these open, clear states. That's what they look for. Filling in the required advance is these states like Montana, Washington, California, Arizona, and the white in votes not permitted. See, the votes is not permitted. The South Carolina is not permitted because they're not permitted. They got Mississippi, of course, down the Delta, like what they call it, the fourth, the fourth world country. Sorry, Mississippi, y'all struggling down there. Okay, Louisiana, of course, down right in the Delta. Them two together, and then Arkansas, of course. Then you got Oklahoma with the tornadoes above Texas. New Mexico, no one cares about. And then you got South Dakota, of course, right behind North Dakota. And Nevada, of course. You already know those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 states are not in it. Now, the ones in the brown is obvious. No filling requirements. Oregon, of course. Wyoming, Iowa, Alabama, of course. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, and Vermont. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not required. Now everybody else to Alaska, and I forgot Hawaii. Excuse me. That's like 9 of each. The clear and the ones with no filling requirements is wide open. But see, you got the filling requirement to advance is Texas, of course, Georgia, Tennessee, of everybody else, Wisconsin. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting what you got in the primary dates. Is what you see. So it's like pretty much what you got. So again, this is nothing new. This is nothing new, but the election is it's just going to be on the way. But 2024 is going to be one hell of a year, and everybody's pumped for it, and your guide, and then there's Wall Street journals and all this other stuff. We're just gonna get into it. We're just gonna get into it. Like what we see is what we get, and that's just what we have. All right, let me go on mute for a minute. Yeah, the Wall Street Journals, and I'm just gonna get this up out of here. I didn't mean to pause y'all like that, but yeah, they said the guide, and then per week. They said, "What's your guide to election 2024?" They try to say vote. It ain't that much. But anyways, y'all know who's running, of course, and Biden's trying to get his little second repeat, and you see this BS right here. But it's like, I showed y'all the states, and let's see, I mean, 24 election key deadlines, and then you have most of the stuff: election, cybersecurity, my vote status, blah blah blah. What's my ballot? Vote by mail. It's going primaries and all this stuff. La, 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 la. Shirley, we ain't in Cali. We going back to Cali, Cali. Let me stop talking shit. They said, "Sir, acting crazy, make fun of Cali. Ain't nobody studying y'all losers. What they come California." They get what they get. No, people just don't like y'all. Like y'all think y'all better than everybody, and that's the problem. Nobody likes the West Coast. It ain't what it used to be. But that's all I got. Know, I said what I said on the election piece, but then again, we ain't got to go into it. But we're going to explain what 2024 means. The election process goes to show you that the 2024 election is here to stay, and I know people saying everybody's running, of course, Mike Pence and everybody. Trump ain't looking too good. Yeah, he got indicted. Yeah, he's going to run, but it don't matter. He's not going to win. He's not a front runner. I don't care what nobody say. And a lot of people say it's going to be somebody different. No, it's not. It's going to be who they're going to pick. Y'all care about the numbers now. I care about the numbers, what they're going to be like next year. This year, it's a toss up. Anybody can be it. But when that first debate, people don't know who they're going to vote for. They're going to vote for who benefits them financially. So you got to understand a lot of times people get caught up on the little stuff, and the little stuff they don't get caught up on, they understand what makes them great. So when you're in politics like that, you understand that most people get caught up on why Trump's running again and things like that. No one cares, man. You just got to do it. Do it as able you to have to participate. So when you have things like that nature, you understand what you're doing, right? So that's just bottom line. And that's just how you got to look at it for so many words. But me understanding what's going on, that 2024 is going to be a hell of a year. Okay, let's look at something else. Um, I'll say new candidates. I'll make it interesting. Um, for let's look at the political. Okay, let's go right here. Okay, I'm going to pick this up. Let's go right quick. Okay. The favorites, DeSantis and Trump, declared the favorites. And the contenders is the female, of course, and then you got Mike Pence. The long shots, Scott and everybody. Christie or somebody they said maybe. 2024 GOP field, how they win, how they lose. Let's read by Steve Shepard. March 20th, 2023, 4 a.m. Eastern date time or standard time, how you want to call it. The race for the GOP presidential nomination has a historic first and criminally indicted a former president seeking of an Oval Office, but a comeback of a vice president who refused to go along with the plot to steal the last election. But the most politically accomplished woman ever to run as a Republican, already popular governor waiting in the wings, who ultimately wins out all the take on the president, who ultimately wins out with the take on the president Joe Biden, but and potentially secure the White House. They said who win? They said a popular governor waiting the wings. Okay, but there are also other candidates who would be candidates too, but would put the entire held into the three categories, basically roughly on their chances to capture the nod. Along with the scouting reports for the everything that could go right or wrong, along with the road of the 2024 convention in Milwaukee. See, they're gonna have a convention in Milwaukee, so that's in 2024. See, Ron DeSantis, of course, they have him up here. They said the winning path, of course. They said, they said Trump fans and loyal, all that. His pre-launch struggles have exposed some of his liabilities, but there is a perception that he's an awkward campaigner. Uh-oh, that's not good. And he's full calorie version has a fairly so far, but Trump has attacked him from the left on abortion, entitlements. Strangely, yeah, DeSantis ain't gonna win. If he goes against Trump, he gonna lose. He ain't got no base. And then that Guantanamo Bay shit, it's gonna hurt him too. That's just they should put that up there. The politicals just being nice. Trump is also, yeah, he's got a winning path as well. Of course, he's got a base because he won previously, but he'll lose against Biden. I'll tell you that right now. He ain't gonna win. They don't want him in there. Most countries don't want Trump at all. So the losing path, criminal charges in New York, of course, it won't stick. He'll get off, but he'll lose. And then you got Nikki Haley, alternative, contenders, of course, like South Carolina. She's a governor. Is she a governor primary? Twice elected as governor, yeah, and she's running for president. But she was part of the UN. A lot of people don't know that Nikki Haley was part of the UN. I remember years ago she supported the UN, and she was part of their board to make sure the things go right in sections that she would have won and all that stuff. But enough on that. Losing path, like all candidates below the top tier, Haley risks getting drowned out in the primary where the Trump and DeSantis suck up most of the oxygen, which is true. And Haley seemingly shifting views of Trump after the Jan 6 riot threatened her credibility in taking on her former boss. Yeah. Mike Pence. He's probably doesn't, but he can survive the early caucuses and all that. Yeah, he will. He's gonna be a tough out. Somebody's gonna back him. We already know his dad wasn't part of that Masonic order for 70 years, but we ain't gonna talk about that group because we are. I said this before on a couple of live streams. Somebody's backing him, pulling his strings. He may beat out those two. That's just me personally. I think Mike Pence will be a good fit for the Republican contender against Biden. Them other two are not so much. This guy's gonna get Ted Cruz is done. He's ruled out. Losing path. Danger for Pence is being a non-factor in the race. That's what they say. We know that's not true. That's his losing path, but I don't think he's gonna lose like that. And other candidates with the hit Trump too, though perhaps not with the sanctimonious former vice president, but those in that group, DeSantis, Haley, among others, won't have Pence low ceiling. They try to say he has a low ceiling. It depends on how he debates. He's probably got a different team around him. We don't know. He's declared. See, a lot of people think this is going to be something. No, they're guessing. They don't know. Ryan, we don't care about the others. Like that's all you got, and then you got unlikely, Kristi Norm, Marco Rubio, all these guys. I'll talk about this again. I'll put this on the capitalism. We'll do a part 2 to this. I don't want to go into it in the particulars. We'll talk about the other candidates. I just want to get done with this. This is like part 1. We'll continue with this discussion in part 2. I'll drop it. I'll probably drop it during. I'll probably drop it. I might do something. I might do something Friday. I might drop it Friday. Okay, so with that, appreciate y'all for coming through in this recording, of course. And I'll see y'all in Thirsty Thrills. I'll say the 63rd edition, of course, and that's tomorrow night. And of course, I hope y'all enjoy this, man. But we'll do a part 2 on the political. We're gonna break down some of that. I might drop it in the afternoon after Sunday Daily. So I'll do it that way. And then we'll talk about the political aspects of, I'll get my reading in and all that other stuff. And we'll get into it. So with that, until next time, to the people of Israel, shalom to you and the Gentiles as well, shalom. Until next time, I'm signing off and I'm out.